Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is Thursday afternoon. It is our first day of our 4-day race week. We have 10 races we want to show you, so we'll quickly go to those track and weather conditions.
Had some overnight rain and some early morning showers to start the Thursday card. That leaves us with a sloppy main track and a good turf course. First race of the afternoon over the turf course at 1 mile. Claimers in for a price tag of $30,000. A field of 7 signed on. The favorites included 3 Diamante and 4 Regan's Odyssey. Racing at Gulfstream. Poor beginning for Imnahal and an even worse beginning for Sweet Story. She stood there when they sprung it and is 7 or 8 lengths last. Regan's Odyssey now begins for the top on the outside, and Big Darling, who comes away to race in second. Down at the inside, that's Star Gala settling in third. Racing from fourth, it's Biamonte. Up on her outside is Imnahal. At the rail is the veteran Imperial Secret, and then it's a gap of another 5-6 lengths back to the trailer, Sweet Story. Around the first turn they go, and loose up top, Regan's Odyssey and Carlos Montalvo lead through the opening quarter in 24 and 4. Big Darling is second, Star Gala is third. Imnahal on the outside tries to recover after a slow getaway. She's into a joint third now, with Biamonte carefully ridden between horses under Gaffleon. 2.5 back to Imperial Secret, and now it's a distance of at least 15 to Sweet Story. The race to the final half mile of the contest, and Regan's Odyssey's put up all the numbers. She leads through a 49-second half mile and leads by a length to Big Darling second. Imnahal's 3 wide. At the rail, Star Gala's moving closer. Star Gala's up into second. Biamonte deciding her course of action. She's racing in fifth, now asked to quicken. Down at the inside, an Imperial Secret, and a long way behind is Sweet Story as they run to the final 5/16. It's Regan's Odyssey held together up front by Montalvo and leads it now by 2.5. Star Gala is second. Gaffleon getting Biamonte into the race, but she's still better than 6 lengths off the lead and not really responding after 3 quarters in 1:13 and 3. There's an 1/8 of a mile left to go, and we're down to 2. On the inside, it's Regan's Odyssey. On the outside, and Star Gala. Imperial Secret is on track with too little to do as they come inside the final 16th. Star Gala's at 16-1, surging to the lead. Star Gala wins. Regan's Odyssey second. Imperial Secret flew home for third, then Biamonte and Imnahal in 1:38 and 4. Nice upset to start the afternoon. It was number 2, Star Gala, who took the blinkers off, relaxed, and kicked by in the lane under Luca Panici for trainer Ian Hemingway and owners Joe and Helen Barbazon. Second, number 4, Regan's Odyssey in the game effort ahead of the 1 Imperial Secret. She took her game to a different level today. She came from off the pace while going long. She ended up third. To the second race we go. 5 furlongs over the main track and the start of the early pick 4. Maiden claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. The favorites included the 1 Baby Aladette, number 4 Gorgeous Gal. And they're off. Slow beginnings for both Baby Aladette and Tequila and Tacos. May Weedor fires out to take the early lead. Honey Hearts tries to stay on the inside and keep her spot to race on second. From the outside, Zarabanda third in between horses. Here's the gray Tis a Blizzard. Out wide on the course, Tequila and Tacos is improving ahead of Baby Aladette, and Gorgeous Gal is at the back of the field. The favorites last and second last with less than 3/8 of a mile to go. May Weedor has the lead. Tequila and Tacos bidding up on the outside into second. Down at the inside, Honey Hearts awaits Racing Room third. Tis a Blizzard driven, not responding. Then to the outside in Gorgeous Gal. Baby Aladette's in tight between horses. And at the back of the field is Zarabanda with less than a quarter of a mile to go. On the inside, May Weedor cuts the corner with a narrow lead. Honey Hearts is looking for some place to go. On the outside, Tis a Blizzard is re-rallying. Honey Hearts has Racing Room now. Tries to get to May Weedor. Inside the final furlong, Tis a Blizzard and Honey Hearts coming after May Weedor. May Weedor holding the lead. Here's Tis a Blizzard with a late push. Tis a Blizzard's got her. Tis a Blizzard's in time. Second, May Weedor. Third was Honey Hearts, then Gorgeous Gal in 59 and 4. 9-2 winner, number 3, Tis a Blizzard, kicks it into another gear inside the final furlong, relishing the sloppy going under Miguel Vasquez for owners Lady Lindsay Racing and 4 Horsemen Racing Stable. Henry Colazzo, the winning conditioner. Number 6, May Weedor, was second ahead of number 2, Honey Hearts, who might have been best. She lacked clear racetrack until the 8th pole shook loose to get third. Time to take a timeout. When we come back, plenty of racing action left. Don't go away.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility.
People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is, these horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
We're all working together for the same purpose.
Back now for the third race on the program, a nice field of starter allowance optional claiming horses, racing 6 furlongs over the sloppy main track. A field of 7 went to post. The favorites included the 3, Harry He, and the 6, JB Quick. And they're off. Mito Siliendas was off slowly. Good start for Big Boy Bruno, who hits the ground running. Harry He has speed. JB Quick up on the outside. And Melody Pomeroy comes away in the top flight. 4 horses across the course, working 3 better than an improving Mito Siliendas, who gets past Keep Me Grounded, who settles in second last. And the long shot Wild Mongolia's last of the 7 as they speed to the half-mile point. Up front, the leader is Melody Pomeroy, only narrowly. Harry He alongside second. JB Quick is a 3-wide third. Mito Siliendas has improved all the way to be up to 4th ahead of Big Boy Bruno. He gets the wake-up call, not yet responding. Then it's a gap of another 2 lengths back to Keep Me Grounded and 5 more to Wild Mongolia. Less than 5/16 to go. Harry He let out a notch and leads at a length and a quarter. Melody Pomeroy is second. JB Quick is third. Mito Siliendas is next, but he's been under a full-out drive while tipping into the far outside lane. At the inside, Keep Me Grounded saves ground and comes on next. 3/16 left to go. Harry He shaking up for the drive with the lead. Melody Pomeroy, extra game and fighting on second. Keep Me Grounded and JB Quick are next. Inside that final furlong, Harry He has the lead. Keep Me Grounded charging up the inside, Melody Pomeroy and JB Quick. Harry He will win it. Melody Pomeroy saves second. Very close after that between Keep Me Grounded and JB Quick. Number 3, Harry He, quickly stamping himself as one of the most honest horses in South Florida as he fires every time he goes to the gate. He fires today and gets the winning picture under jockey Luca Panici, giving Luca his second winner of the afternoon. Brett McClellan owned the son of Hello Broadway. He was trained by Ralph Nix. Number 1, Melody Pomeroy was second ahead of the 6, JB Quick, who ran third. To the 4th race now at 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. Scratch number 3, Cherise Wynn. A field of 5 signed on. The favorites included 4, Diplomatic Affair, and 5, I'm Really Something. And they're off. Hopping in the air at the beginning and away slowly was I'm Really Something. It was a good start inside for Ariel's Flyer, who hits the ground running. Roll It Gal comes away with speed. I'm Really Something recovers after the poor beginning to race on third. In tight and a bit keen is Diplomatic Affair, racing 4th behind the speed and working 2.5 clear of Valid Wildfire, who's last of the 5 as they exit the chute. Up front, the leader is Ariel's Flyer and Jairo Hernandez by a length. Roll It Gal is second. I'm Really Something is third. Opening quarter was 24-3. Zayas offensive-minded now with Diplomatic Affair. He wants to secure the rail, and he has done it. And the big horse, Diplomatic Affair, comes through to put ahead in front. Ariel's Flyer second. Roll It Gal is now a 3-wide third. I'm Really Something is 4th under Tyler Gaffleone, racing about 3 lengths from the lead, and then it's 5 to the trailer, Valid Wildfire. The race to the final half mile of the contest. The opening half mile was put up in 47-3, and Diplomatic Affair made that big aggressive middle move to take the lead and rounds the far turn in front 3/4 of a length. Roll It Gal and Miguel Vasquez staying close in tow second. Gap of 3 back to the outside, and I'm Really Something third. Ariel's Trier has hit retreat, and at the back is Valid Wildfire as Roll It Gal comes away with the lead. Less than 5/16 to go. Now there's a 1/4 mile to go, and it's Roll It Gal who has the lead. 3/4, 1:12-3. Diplomatic Affair cuts the corner and tries to fight back second. 5 back to the outside, and I'm Really Something third. 3/16 to go. With the lead, Roll It Gal by a neck. Diplomatic Affair battles on and is back for more inside. It's 6 lengths away to third, and I'm Really Something. Shoulder to shoulder up top. Diplomatic Affair on the inside. Roll It Gal on the outside. They come to the finish. Diplomatic Affair. Edgard Zayas had to carry her to the wire, but she got there first ahead of Roll It Gal second. Close after that as Valid Wildfire charged at I'm Really Something in 1:39 flat. Number 4, Diplomatic Affair, certainly dwarfs the field in terms of size. She's a big, big filly, and she digs deep for the score in today's 4th race under jockey Edgard Zayas for new trainer Bernardo Lopez and his BLC Stable Incorporated. 2, Roll It Gal certainly fired, but was second best ahead of 5, I'm Really Something, who was best of the rest, while third. Race number 5, originally scheduled for the turf, off the turf here today. We're on the main track at 1 mile. Scratch number 5, No Denial. Favorites were 3, Mr. French, and 8, Charlie the Greek. And they're off. Hard scent away from the gate is Exclusive Reward. Olivero riding him awfully hard for speed as Mr. French comes away in the top flight. Charlie the Greek's on the outside, and Taverny Bay from up between horses. You Are Flatter is next. Dependable Phil is guided off the rail to race second last under Marcos Meneses, and 2.5 in front of Lefty Cumin, who's last of all as they line up for the lead. From the inside, You Are Flatter and Alvaro Doniz punch through to take a narrow lead. Mr. French is in the 2 path. On the 3 side is Taverny Bay. 4 wide is Exclusive Reward. 5 ride, but off the pace is Charlie the Greek. He's racing about 3.5 lengths behind through a snappy quarter of 23 and 1. The top flight horses have gone about 7 or 8 ahead of the 2 at the back, Dependable Phil and Lefty Cumin. They make their way to the final half mile. Here's a sharp move from the outside horse, Charlie the Greek, all the way up into third through a 46-second half mile as inside You Are Flatter maintains the lead and Mr. French continues to press. Charlie the Greek is third now, needing to get moving again as he's racing only a neck off the pace setter. 2 back to Taverny Bay. Then comes Dependable Phil, who begins to rally around Exclusive Reward, and Lefty Cumin is last with 5/16 to go. Mr. French has a narrow lead on the outside, and Charlie the Greek is still right there second. These two, the 2 betting favorites, square off with a 1/4 mile to go. Mr. French on the inside. He has inside position, and he has the lead. Charlie the Greek, flat to the boards, not gaining. The only one running on from behind is Dependable Phil, but he's an awful long way behind with just 1/8 of a mile to go. He is absolutely rolling, though, as the leader is Mr. French. Mr. French by 3. Up the inside, Dependable Phil. Time ticking away, but he's flying on. It's going to get close. Here's the wire. Really too close to call. Mr. French on the outside of Dependable Phil, who rolled at the rail in 1:37 and 3.
Number 3, Mr. French, took to the main track like a fish to water here today. He's never been over the main track, but his doubters were soon silenced as he holds on for a game victory under Tyler Gaffleone for trainer Jonathan Thomas and owner Jim Daniel. Number 2, Dependable Phil, rolling, and another jump he would have got up, but he just missed while second ahead of the 8, Charlie the Greek, who ran third. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, the late pick 5, right after this.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded in 1999 by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, now based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success. From the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park, Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Back now for race number 6 on the program. 6 furlongs over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. Scratch the 1, That's a Myth. A field of 7. The favorite was 2, First Distinction.
And they're off. Good start toward the rail for the favorite, First Distinction, who blasts out to clear the field early from Moonlight Salsa, who's away in second. Up on the outside and moving into third is Apella's Ball. Stretch of another 2 lengths through Aramados, who now splits horses all the way up into second. And Charming Fantasy is down inside. She'll run on to take third. So First Distinction leads Aramados with Charming Fantasy third, Moonlight Salsa fourth. Back to fifth is Feeling Awesome. Then Apella's Ball and Silver Sassy as they go inside the final half mile. Up front, First Distinction on the drop-in class has the lead for Louis Castillo, leads at 1.5 lengths, almost 2 now. Ramados is second and on the chase, working 3 better of Charming Fantasy third. Moonlight Salsa is next. Silver Sassy tries to rally from the back of the field ahead of Feeling Awesome, and Apella's Ball is last. There's a 1/4 mile left to go, and First Distinction has now a 3-length lead. Ramados is set down for the drive, trying to bridge the gap second. Running on from third is Silver Sassy to the inside of Moonlight Salsa with 3/16 to go. First Distinction is kicking away. It's First Distinction and jockey Luis Castillo running up the score inside the final furlong. First Distinction wrapped up now and well clear, maybe 10 or 12 in front. First Distinction in a jog. Good race for second. Moonlight Salsa gets second ahead of Silver Sassy third. Then Ramados and Feeling Awesome in 1:10 and 2.
Number 2, First Distinction, was on the major class drop here this afternoon, and she made it look easy. She humbles the competition under jockey Luis Castillo for Acclaimed Racing Stable and trainer Ralph Zadie. Number 4, Moonlight Salsa wins the battle for second ahead of the 6, Silver Sassy, who ran third. Race number 7 of the afternoon, off the turf, main track at 1 mile. Scratch the 4, 9, and 10. A field of 7. The favorites included 3, Grand Cherry, and 5, Publicist.
And they're off. From the outside, Holter's Girl was away well. Publicist away cleanly from between horses. She's reaching out for the early lead. First Illusion moving out the rail under Roberto Alvarado Jr. These three line up. From behind the speed is Two Step Blues, and here's Morena Mia to mix it up with the top flight runners. Grand Cherry settles in second last and on heels while rushing up. Cali Cat is at the back of the field, not far away though. The entire field separated by 4 lengths in the run past the 6 furlong point. 23-1 for an aggressive opening quarter speed. Publicist, the favorite, just got shuffled about 3 spots. She's back racing at the back of the field. The front of the field held by First Illusion and Holter's Girl. Out wide on the course is Two Step Blues third. Fourth is Morena Mia. Then it's Publicist. She's racing between horses and looking to secure some racing room. On her outside is Grand Cherry, and Cali Cat similarly needs racing room under jockey Luca Panici. Had to tap on the brakes there through a 46-2 opening half mile. Around the far turn they go. Here's a bid from Two Step Blues. Gaffleon throttles her open now at the 3 furlong point to lead the race by 2.5. From the outside, Grand Cherry is a joint second. From between horses, Publicist runs with her. Back fourth is Holter's Girl, then to the outside and Cali Cat as they move to the top of the stretch. There's a quarter of a mile left to go. Two Step Blues, the first to turn in after 3/4 and 112 flat. Grand Cherry to the attack on the outside, up the fence, and Publicist. These three have left the rest behind with 1/8 of a mile left. Grand Cherry runs at Two Step Blues. Grand Cherry with the momentum under Jorge Ruiz. Two Step Blues right alongside second. Publicist has been defeated. Grand Cherry kicking on. Two Step Blues is back to second. Grand Cherry wins. Second, Two Step Blues. Third, Publicist. Fourth was Morena Mia. Then Cali Cat in 138-4.
Number 3, Grand Cherry arguably had some of the best form over the main track coming into this race, and that form was put on display when she rallied down the center of the course to get the victory under jockey Jorge Ruiz for trainer Victor Barboza Jr. and Grand Poyle stable. Number 6, Two Step Blues ran huge while second, ahead of the 5, Publicist. Had to tap on the brakes once or twice and might be one to watch again as she ran third. To the 8th race now in the start of the late pick 3 over the main track at 7 furlongs. Fillies and mares in for a claiming price of $12,500. A field of 8. The favorite was the 3, Dressed in Heels.
And they're off. The favorite, Dressed in Heels, begins right on the money and tries to establish the early lead. Moving between horses, that's Miss High Tide up to second. Down at the inside, here's He Wears the Crown up to challenge for the top. He Wears the Crown up into second as 3-2 favorite Dressed in Heels leads the way. Miss High Tide is together with outside running Miss Valentina. Then far outside, racing 5 deep down the backstretch is Miss Contessa. Down inside is Vicky Queen ahead of Catch That Cat. And Athera likes to do her best running later, and she's last of all through the opening quarter in an ordinary 23-2. They race to the final half mile of the contest, and Dressed in Heels being allowed to strut her stuff up front. Dressed in Heels bumps the margin to 2.5. He Wears the Crown is second, Loving Valentina third. At the inside, Vicky Queen is now fourth and trying to improve for Edgard Zayas ahead of Miss High Tide. Miss Contessa is not getting involved. Athera is going to try a rail run, and Catch That Cat is last after a 46-3 opening half mile. Less than 5/16 to go. They're now at the quarter pole. The whip is out on Dressed in Heels, but she's still well clear out here. Dressed in Heels turns for home on a 4-length lead. Toward the inside, it's Vicky Queen trying to bridge the gap. Athera rolling behind her. Down the outside, and He Wears the Crown with 1/8 of a mile left to go. Dressed in Heels still well clear. Vicky Queen is trying to do something about it, so is Athera, but they're just not making any impression on Dressed in Heels, who's a 3-2 winner. Dressed in Heels won it by 2.5. Close for second, give it to Vicky Queen over Athera. Close for fourth, involving Loving Valentina and He Wears the Crown in 124-4.
Well, the old adage, don't fix it if it's not broken, certainly applies to number 3, Dressed in Heels, as she had beat a variety of the same rivals she faced in today's 8th race, and she does it again, this time for a new barn and a new jockey, as Josie Gomez rode the daughter of First Dude for owner-trainer Gilberto Zerpa. Dressed in Heels for 4 in a row. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll bring you an off-the-turf 9th race and the late daily double. Don't go away.
Crossing the finish line for the last time can mean an uncertain future for many horses. Recognizing the need for a dignified retirement, the racing industry has made racehorse aftercare a top priority. In partnership with Gulfstream Park and the Florida Horsemen's Association, Florida Track provides retraining and adoption services for retired racehorses. Thanks to their efforts, the end of a racing career can signal the beginning of a new career in show jumping, trail riding, police work, even therapy for children and veterans. However, good intentions do not come without cost. As a nonprofit organization, Florida Track relies on tax-deductible donations and volunteers to help pay for feed, training, housing, and veterinary care. To find out how you can help, contact Florida Track today. Your support will go a long way towards a new beginning.
Back now for race number 9 on the program. First half of the late daily double. We're off the turf. We're on the main track at 7 furlongs. Take note of the distance change. A field of 9 signed on here. No changes. Bettors went with the turf morning line favorite on the main track. Number 7, Cajun Queen.
And they're off. From the outside, Princess Victoria is the first to get underway, and she crosses over to lead the race by a length and a half from the gray Kazuna, who races up into second. Cajun Queen is now third. Racing into fourth is Little Heart, to race about 3 lengths behind. Traquita's on the outside with Fashionably Wild toward the rail. It's a length and a half to Card Spun, and the 2 at the back are Be Sure Lisa and Golden Delicious. Down the backstretch they go, and intent on the front. It's Kazuna, who leads now 3 parts of a length over Princess Victoria's second. 2.5 to Fashionably Wild, who runs on at the rail to be third, just ahead of the favorite Cajun Queen, who's now fourth. In between horses, fifth is Little Heart. She's losing a bit of ground, working 2.5 in front of Traquita. Then comes Card Spun. Second last is Golden Delicious, and the trailer is Be Sure Lisa. They went 23-1 for the opening quarter speed. Back for more outside is Princess Victoria to take the lead. Kazuna is second up on the outside, and Cajun Queen, now she's into second. Fashionably Wild is fourth, 5 lengths ahead of Little Heart. Then from the back and trying to run on his Card Spun with Golden Delicious with less than a quarter of a mile to go. Princess Victoria comes away with the lead, opens 2.5. Cajun Queen is second. Fashionably Wild is third. Kazuna's fourth with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Princess Victoria still finding. It's Princess Victoria and Misael Jaramillo kicking away inside the final 16th. All locked up for second is Cajun Queen and Fashionably Wild third. In front, Princess Victoria. Time for the race was 1:24.3.
Coming into today's 9th race, the only horse with any compelling dirt form to speak of was number 8, Princess Victoria. And if you sniff that out, you get an $11 mutual. She was sent off at 9-2 in the wagering. Gives jockey Misael Jaramillo a Thursday victory. This one for trainer John Asimopoulos and owners Leone Racing Stable. Number 7, Cajun Queen, was defeated while racing well. She finished second, well clear of the 1, Fashionably Wild, who ran third. To the 10th and final race we go. 6 furlongs over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. Scratch number 4, Mill Hill Place. A field of 11. Final race favorite was the 8, Sobrino.
And runners away. From the outside, That Charlie begins nicely, but here's Noble Venezuela quickly up to challenge and take over the lead. It's the comebacker Noble Venezuela down the backstretch, leading a length and a half. Up into second now is Dardo. Moving to be third is Sobrino ahead of That Charlie. Then Lil's Fast Boy. Tampers between horses, switched is 3 wide. Length and a half back to Datsardi's Boy, working 2.5 lengths clear of Diascuri. The 2 at the back are Adagio and Datsardi's Boy. Around the far turn they go. Loose up top, Noble Venezuela and Misael Jaramillo take no prisoners through the opening quarter in 22 seconds flat. Hot on the chase second is the final race favorite Sobrino. Gap of 2.5 to Lil's Fast Boy. Tacking on third, 5 lengths off the lead, working 2 in front of Dardo. Then it's a distance 6 or 7 to the rest of the field, led by Switched and That Charlie with a quarter of a mile left to go. Noble Venezuela tells him, you better pick up your feet if you want to catch me. Opens a 6-length lead now. Sobrino's in second. Down the outside, that's Lil's Fast Boy. The rest just for a minor award. Annie's Big Boy rallies with Adagio, but this one's over. Here's a tour de force in the Thursday finale. Noble Venezuela running up the score and wrapped up. Won it by 6. Sobrino second, Lil's Fast Boy third, then Adagio, and Annie's Big Boy to complete the high five in 1:10.1.
Number 7, Noble Venezuela, making his first start as a 3-year-old. Hadn't been seen since an impressive maiden special weight score last year at Gulfstream Park. Comes back ready to roll and gives Misael Jaramillo a sweep of the late daily double. The son of Wildcat Air wins for Orleana Farm, and trainer Gilberto Zerpa. Zerpa gets a training double today. Second was number 8, Sobrino, ahead of number 1, Lil's Fast Boy, who ran third. Finishing fourth was the 6, Adagio. The late pick 5, good for $453.40. The Rainbow Six got hit for $1,777.96. It triggers a carryover into Friday's racing of $160,850.47.
And that wraps up Thursday's card. Remember, on Friday, it is Twilight Friday with our first race post at 2:15 p.m. And it's also Beat the Expert Day. And I'm the expert you got to try and beat, so you get some bragging rights if you can pick more winners than me. Our first race post, once again, 2:15 p.m.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.